Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be waiting.
No, we are
Should I
waiting.
start or waiting?
Just wait, just wait. I
Okay,
was just checking last time.
It's okay.
So there's no such thing as unofficially a little bit of a...
Chat.
Rolling?
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to add, introduce?
Yes. A very warm welcome to Finland International School. On behalf of the board, my name is Anna Hart. I'm the principal of Finland International School Racecourse. Here next to me we've got the owner trustee, Mr. Shashank Goenka, and COO and founding principal, Mr. Nikke Keskinen, and just joining us right now, our advisor, Fatima Agaka. Welcome.
Hi.
It is introducing.
Yes, so
Yeah.
sir, first you introduce.
Basically, I'm the trustee and the owner of Finland International School. So this is the third school we are starting, and then more schools to come in the future. And yes, we are launching, we are opening doors for admissions now. And welcome to all of you.
Fatima, good to see you. Can you close?
Sure. So excited about what Shashank has actually spoken about. It's passion. It's bringing in a new age of learning. Very excited about it, considering that the last 20 years have been invested in this industry. It's kind of like bringing in an all-rounder, which we need right now. And I think that's the passion that we are supporting as far as Shashank's vision is concerned, bringing in all elements in.
Sir, you introduce yourself and what
Yes.
you say about
So my name is Nikke Keskinen. I'm COO of Mr. Shashank's company, the background company for the school, and also the founding principal of Finland International School Racecourse. This is the fourth country, personally for me, outside Finland that I am working for establishing school or heading it. And if you ask me one thing, what makes us unique, let's say globally, is that we are bringing Finnish education, Finnish pre-primary and primary education curriculum, merging with international baccalaureate IB, middle years program, diploma program, and careers program also in the future. So we are really establishing something new and unique in Mumbai.
super. Shashank,
Yeah,
yes,
so I just wanted to add what Fatima said is, so the entire passion is mine and everything, but it is not achievable without Fatima here. So, and she is required there, then only the entire holistic and the overall development of the school, what we are wanting to achieve will be achieved.
Okay. And what is the future and what is the criteria?
So
of
future is,
Finland.
yeah, so basically future of Finland education is very simple, is that this is the third school we are doing. We are looking at more and more schools, but not at the cost of quality. So like a lot of people do franchising, we are looking at management alliances where the entire quality of the education the school is imparting is in the control, in our control, and not the franchisor. Because when it is a franchise, people start cutting corners and looking to get profits out of it. This is mainly to, we are doing this for quality education so that the next generation or whoever is studying in our school will be happy of what they have learned and take things ahead, and obviously it will help the country as well, but not at the cost of quality.
What is the philosophy of FIS?
So philosophy, I would say, I think Anna could better explain it. Yes. Yes.
We want to make sure that the children are the number one in our schools. So Finnish approach is renowned for the child-centered or learner-centered approach, where well-being of each individual child is at the center. We focus on personalized learning paths, so each child can get the support they require to make the most and thrive in the 21st century. Skill development and understanding of concepts are key in our education. I also want to add to what Nikke was saying that yes, the alignment of the international baccalaureate framework with the Finnish approach is very important, but equally the National Education Policy 2020 is at the like at the bottom of what we are doing here. So we are very happy to kind of revolutionize the landscape of educational setting here. In Mumbai, setting example, we benchmark to what education is about, and actually also globally, we want to be the ones setting example.
How does FIS teaching method differ from traditional school?
Interesting. Essentially, I think what Anna actually spoke about was about learning by doing, which is very different from our traditional approach, which is standardized curriculum. You know, we have frameworks for it. Whether it's home economics, whether it's textiles, whether it's arts and craft, whether it's woodworks, you're getting an opportunity to actually build on your skills, which is very different from traditional schools, quite frankly. आप कौन से स्कूल से थे?
I'm from SSC.
SSC ना, तो मैं भी तो ICSE से. We didn't have those opportunities. This is actually allowing children to learn by doing, which is very different from our SUPW kind of thing.
And if I can add to that, the academic subjects are very important, but equally experiential learning. Again, we really want to emphasize each child has their inner passion. We want to bring that up with home economics. We've got woodcraft, we've got textile craft, robotics, all built in our curriculum. So it's all hands-on, but it's also very rigorous at the same time.
So imagine your child actually picking up a subject and learning because he wants to learn that. And that's Shashank's vision, right? That if he wants to figure out how to build a tower, someone should support him. And that is actually essentially what Finnish education is.
And multidisciplinary approach to learning is then one answer to the question compared to, let's say, traditional teaching and maybe learning, and then how we want to do it. So multidisciplinary learning is blending all the subjects. So subjects kind of don't come first, but the learning go through subjects.
So
Like practical knowledge.
Yeah, practical.
Practical knowledge. Oh, acha, what is the temperature today in Mumbai?
35.
35. Huh. Highest temperature?
34, 35.
35. Highest ever?
Highest 57 in Goa. Not in Mumbai. In Mumbai it would be
38, 39 maximum.
I mean, no, I think recently newspaper में आया था the highest temperature was 39 point something in the
39.
past 10 years.
Yeah,
South.
exactly.
in South Mumbai.
So we want the children to know why
Why?
and what can we do. I mean, we know why now. What can we do? And that's really the team working behind
So
it.
if you see this entire this building, we did not construct an entire new building, right? We took a 70-year-old building and refurbished it, right? We are taking care of the environment right from the start. If you will see, none of the interiors has false ceilings, because to get that false ceiling in, the amount of carbon footprint it will have, that is going to make a difference.
And environmental stewardship is one of our values as
Ah,
well.
big
and that
one,
we want
yeah.
to make sure that it shows in what we are doing,
Yeah.
and also we're expecting the children to be setting the example elsewhere.
Yeah.
So it's about also building concept which is acknowledging the ever-changing world. We've got global citizens growing up here with us. We want to make sure that they're culturally sensitive, but also aware of an impact of their own actions.
And when I recruit teachers, I finalize the set of discussion with the question, who is ultimately responsible for learning? Is it teacher, parent, or student? most of the teachers are answering, it's me, teacher, I'm responsible for learning. But I don't think that's the right question. It should be the student, ultimately. So we need to teach them, make them learn the skills that they, they need in the future.
And quite frankly, been in this industry for 20 years. I think thanks to Shashank, we have the Finnish way, finally, which talks about all-rounder, which talks about life skills, which talks about learning in a way that will help you, you know, to do whatever you want to do. And you don't have to go to Columbia or a Harvard or an Oxford. But I think what the Finnish education is providing us with is an opportunity to recognize who we really are and what we really want to be.
I think maybe, again, I will add to what Nikke mentioned, that he's worked in many countries before, and I think I've learned about the Finnish approach when I've been abroad. So I've also worked in the UK and in Qatar, in United Arab Emirates, in addition to Finland and now India as well. And something that I really wanted children to learn is to think for themselves, not just accept something that's being told as this is what it is.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we also encouraging them to be thinkers, and that aligns very beautifully with the International Baccalaureate framework.
What support services are available for students that begin at FIS?
What support services? We have appointed counsellor as well as special education needs teacher. Additionally, we ensure that we've got small groups when the children are working in, and also co-teaching, so there will be more than one teacher in the room with the students, so that we can truly support each individual with their personalized learning plans.
Also, what happens is when we plan the lesson plans, we have a differentiation. So we recognize the child's talent, we recognize a child's ability, and therefore we customize. So it's kind of very, very personalized.
And if there would be any kind of learning support need or maybe psychosocial need also regarding your growth, we don't want to send the child to someone. So that's why individual class teacher, subject teacher, and teacher teams, their own skills also to recognize those support needs early and act and work preventively. It's very important. We don't want to send a child, go to counselor, go to psychologist. We want to work them. They come to the children. They come to the classroom.
And also the teachers get the support. So the teachers are working closely together in order to develop further, and that is one of the big things. You need to be able to support the teachers in their work as well, not just in the beginning of each term, but weekly and daily in impact.
So, you know, one of the other things is when we talk about all-rounders, Shashank, talk about the association that we have with NSCI.
So actually the thing is that when we're talking about holistic development of the child, right? So in general in the schools which we have in India and everything, it's basically extracurricular activities, right? In this school there is nothing called extracurricular activities, is part of the curriculum. So now all the sports that are there, it is part of your curriculum, part of your study and learning environment. So for that you require a sports complex. So instead of making an entire sports complex, we have a tie-up with NSCI where all the children will be using NSCI facilities. They will be going from school to NSCI and learn the sports and the different activities which we have planned for them. And this is not at any extra fees or anything, it is included in the fees. So you don't have to go anywhere else. It's basically we've given everything in one location.
And sometimes parents ask
so
that
cool.
When are they having fun, because the school day is seen like boring, and then there are extracurricular activities after the school day. That doesn't make much sense from the students and child's perspective. So the school day is holistic, like Shashank said. it has to have the joy and the happiness and the willingness to learn from morning till the afternoon.
So there's swimming, there's,
Badminton, there's
Badminton,
football,
yeah.
there is tennis and cricket, obviously, which is there, and
course,
swimming
of
and swimming is actually compulsory. So if you'll see, once you see the campus as well, so we have a small tank where the toddlers learn swimming. It is a compulsory lesson for the toddlers because it is a life-saving skill, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there is floods in Bombay, you need to know how to swim. Some point or the other, and I think all of us faced it during the 26/11, the flood time, right? So these are all necessity life skills which the children need to learn.
And when our students will visit Finland, have a field trip in Finland, yes, there are only 5.6 million people in our country, but we have 200,000 lakes. You need to
But
be
no
able to swim.
cricket.
No
No cricket.
We have finished baseball.
So I'm teaching Shashank cricket, by the way. He's not a fan.
What standard you are starting this first year?
Up to grade 7. Yeah.
From next year.
Yeah, of course, we will introduce, and we are, grade 11 and 12 will be operational from
Next year.
25.
August.
August 25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
So every year the 7 will become 8 and 9, but we are also opening grade 11 directly in next year August. Yes.
Also because of the program, we want to make sure that children have enough opportunity to learn.
So I have two questions. One is for the PV board members and one for Shashank sir.
Yes.
So the first one is personal and heartfelt.
Yes.
So as representatives of the happiest country in the world for the 7th time, how do you ensure that the Indian students coming to a Finnish school are happy as per Finnish standards? Because traditionally, as speaking as a former student, we are imbued with this mindset of competitiveness that when you go to school, you don't go for individual growth, you go to win.
An opportunity.
Win and compare yourself.
I think
So how
Shashank
do
can
you-
answer that.
So I will answer that.
I'll just finish my
Yes,
question.
sorry.
So how does your curriculum and your education philosophy transcend this mindset and make sure that that there are cases where students have gone into depression for 0.1%. So how does this school will kind of elevate this culture, and secondly, how did your association with the Finnish education system begin?
So I'll start with the happiness question first. Though I'm not a Finn, but still I will.
You are very much fit.
You are. He is very much.
So the taglines for the Finland International School is very simple. It's called Happy Learners, Brighter Futures. So if the child is not happy, he will not learn, right? And then the future will not be bright, right? That's the reason we have a tagline, Happy Learners and Brighter Futures. How we ensure that is very simple. In lot of words, everybody explained. So every child is looked upon or taken care of individually, focusing on what they are good at and what they are not good at. So we focus on what they are good at and make them happy, but at the hindsight of the child, we are also working on their weaknesses. So what the major difference between from the schools where we have come from and what we are bringing right now, we've been talking about content learning. That means memory, right? We just talking about content. Here, why Finland is the happiest country is because from the education system itself, they are focusing on concepts, right? When you focus on concepts, you better understand the subject and you actually learn, right? Not memorize it. That makes a very big difference. And then the kind of child support we are giving, the kind of attention we are giving to the child, any kind of, like for example, bullying is also very big. Is a big problem in a lot of schools nowadays, right? Now what happens is when you talk about bullying, we make the child understand that bullying is, we don't call the parent and say that your child is bullying the other person. Here the teachers sit with the children and explain them that this is the problem, because calling up the parents is not going to solve the problem, right? It is making the child understand that bullying is something which is not good for you and for the other children as well. Till the child doesn't understand the concept, there's no point of it, right? What will happen is the child will go home, the parent will shout at the child, and that's it. it just gets worse by that. So there are a lot of things that we've taken into perspective in terms of child support is concerned, and it is not something which we are talking about special needs. I personally feel, recently somebody asked me a question, does my child have to have autism to feel special? I think all children are special, right? So that is, everybody, we have to give them child support. And as Anna mentioned, even our teachers also get it. Today when the lockdown happened, a lot of teachers had a problem. So even the teachers in the school get a lot of support in terms of emotionally and whatever is going on at home or anything they require help, the school is there for that.
And also, additionally, to talk about what we have been discussing internally as well, is that there are children who are gifted. There are children who are off the spectrum. These are children, I mean, you can classify them as Einstein, 140 IQ. But we have a program even for them, which is very important, because I think what Shashank is mentioning is inclusion for every child. Yeah, high ability, the children who need support, but making sure that the whole community is advancing with the right support. And very excited because Anna and Nikke have extreme experience in terms of how to deliver that.
And the happiness, thank you for the question, because we are asked that question occasionally. Yeah, 7th time in a row being the happiest country in the world, and we are like blushing and like, oh really, we don't smile all the time. Actually, we smile here more than regularly. I think so.
Smile a lot.
Yeah. So, but we are talking about the children all the time. Everything starts with the child, all that. But then it's also about the teachers.
Yeah.
So the expectation for teachers working in our school is that we want children to fall in love with them pedagogically, the way that, hey, I want to come to school tomorrow again. And teachers make that thing happen. And if that is not there, then we are something else that we don't want to be.
So I had actually a friend of mine who's moved from Singapore. Her daughter, is applying to us, and she said she fell in love with the teacher because it was so easy to connect. It was so seamless in terms of a transition, where she shared her fears, and it was received in a way that told her that that's okay, we can sort it out, and you're brilliant. So this is what, if I could sum it up, the Finnish education.
I will still want to add that positive reinforcement, or positively encouraging students to make the right choice, is at the heart of what we do.
Yeah.
So every school year, any class year, the children will be the ones who create their own class agreement. They are the ones who come up with what the class rules are, and then they are expected to be following those, rather than a teacher or a school giving them a list of things, do not do that, and scolding them. This is where we also, we make sure that there's the agents, and students have the agency to make the right choices, but then they're also reminded, hey, this is, you've come up with this agreement.
And that's your ownership.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one more thing is the breaks and the balanced curriculum as well, because if you're sitting all through the day and the teacher changes and you're just taking up a book, that's not what education is anymore. So it is you need the break, and you need also some activities in order to remain happy.
One small follow-up question. So how do you exactly ensure that children come to school to actually learn and evolve and not to compete with each other?
That's actually because it's a difficult question. You can't mention it in a few sentences, but answer it in a few sentences. But if you look around the campus, we have a master chef classroom right there, right? But people don't realize it, but that kitchen there is also a chemistry lab as well, right? So they are learning by doing. So it's not that okay. So when you make food, it's not going to be a competition. Okay, you know, your food was tastier than mine. Both of them have made the same food, right? But the process of making that food is what they're learning, not whether whose food is more tasty or not. Right? That's how we ensure it in school.
And to be honest, that's all what we're trying to do. To make sure that they don't focus on the result, they focus on the process, and that's why the Finnish pedagogy.
And connecting to Finnish education in Finland, actually in our country, the state legislation says that schools' prior task is to support parenthood and parents upbringing their own children. That's in our law book. So how do we as a school want to place ourselves in that family context? So kids need to learn that they can't split. Teacher is saying something, mother is saying something else. So that's our like one goal why we want families to be close to us, and that like kind of a homeschool collaboration that has to be real, not just a fancy word.
Any closing statement if you want to add something?
I think
And, and if anything you want to add in Hindi, if you have that.
Oh, Hindi.
Nikki,
I have this is the best I can do. I love this.
Any words, few words in Hindi?
ठीक है.
We love what we do. Quite frankly, we're very passionate about what we have in terms of team and what we can bring to Mumbai. And I'm just going to say that it's thanks to Shashank.
No, so I think it's a vision which started 7-8 years back, but I think now with the board here, we have been able to reach somewhere. It's not just me alone, it's the entire team. And truly talking, as Fatima and Nikki said, the team here enjoys what they do. For them, it's not work anymore. So
Yeah.
it might be 2 a.m. at night, or it might be, early morning 5 a.m. If they are passionate about it, they don't find they don't find it work. So basically, to answer your question, we are happy. That's why the children will be happy.
Exactly.
Because happiness attracts happiness.
Yeah. And then we communicate at 2 o'clock in the morning as well.
Yes.
Deciding how y'all will receive us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Video?
Do we stand up?
Look center. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
थोड़ा पहले भी तेरे को बोल चुका हूँ स्वादी सेंटर में
Attention please, ladies and gentlemen, children who come here tonight, we ask you to settle, find your seats. We'll be ready to start our short break. Very warm welcome. Please
आगे 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 बेटा थोड़ा फोन नीचे करो ना आपका
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yes. Yeah. Because in theatres, I don't know if it's still theatres for like more than 50 days. अभी तो एग्जाम पे आ गई.
I have launched. Please welcome. Soha and my grandfather for the lighting of the inaugural candle.
फोटो एक फोटो ले लो.
Thank you. बस हो बार Done? चलो. आ जाओ हो गया.
Founding Principal and COO, Mr. Nikka Keskinen, distinguished guest of honor, Soha Khan, to mark the inauguration of Finland International School Racecourse. Today we embark on a journey that promises to revolutionize the educational landscape, setting a very new benchmark for schools in Mumbai, across India and, for that matter, across the world. In a world that's rapidly changing, the importance of nurturing global citizens cannot be overstated. Our children are growing up in a time where open-mindedness, adaptability and deep understanding of diverse cultures is a necessity. The challenges and opportunities that they will face demand a very much of a holistic, forward-thinking approach to education. At Finland International School, we embrace the Finnish approach to education, renowned for its emphasis on the learner. This philosophy aligns beautifully with the National Education Policy 2020, as well as the International Baccalaureate Middle Years Programme, Career Programme and Diploma Programme frameworks. Today, they form a powerful synergy that prepares our students to thrive in the 21st century. Our commitment to ensuring that each student receives the attention and support they need is nothing but exceptional. Our state-of-the-art facilities, which you will see soon enough going from this area, they are designed to inspire creativity, collaboration and innovation, fostering an environment where students can explore their passions and develop critical skills. More. At this point, I would like to give you some flowers, and the flowers are coming.
पीछे हो जाइए तुम लोग यार आगे मत घूमो यार तो बैठ जाओ
Flowers are coming from somewhere in the meantime before the flowers come.
दादा फोटोग्राफर बैठ जाओ प्लीज प्लीज
मैडम बैठ जाओ अरे बैठो अरे मैडम हो मैडम अरे क्या कर रहे हो आप हटो ना फूल दे रही है उधर ही खड़े हो क्या हाल है यार
Can I also welcome the board members, our owner, Mr. Shashank Goenka. Please come and join us.
वो पैर हटाओ
Fatima Agarkar, our advisor, please come and join us. And Mr. Nick Keskinen, our founding principal and COO, please come and join us.
अरे तुम लोग पीछे आओगे
Also, we
मोबाइल
have
लेके
Sagarika and Zahir Khan, please come and join us.
घूमने वाला नहीं आगे जाना पड़ेगा मोबाइल अरे मोबाइल नहीं चलो यार तुम लोग
Now we'd like to unveil a video which hopefully shows you something that we really are about. There's something that I'm really excited about, and actually I hadn't seen what's being covered here myself either before tonight. It's something, it tells what our school is about. It's our school uniform, not one uniform, but uniform which the child can choose from. So imagine coming to a school where you have to be wearing blue or you have to be wearing the one color that the school has chosen. So we have, so we will still have houses, but those houses are going to be shown in the PE uniform. And surprises don't come like that because they actually are different uniforms that I had seen before. So we have got our two PE uniforms and two school uniforms, but they are all together 4. So some more surprises for the next launch event. Next we have our school flag. Please, forward, would you join our chief guest to unfold the flag? And for that, I would also ask our teachers to come and perform the school song, which they have created together.
Are you ready?
Yeah, of course. Yes, we can. Okay.
Listen up, it's time to rock the floor.
From old yard to classroom, we rock the floor. In our school, we're craving for more. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way. Oh, little memory, happy smile. When we come together, we up and down and on. Learning as a weapon, use it as a tool. Listen to this song, yeah, you know we are cool. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way.
After the day I have a skill, now I can run up the hill. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes, we can.
After a week I have a skill, now I know how to drill. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes, we can.
After a month I have a skill, now I can pay the bill. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes, we can.
After a year I have a skill, now I know how to drill. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes, we can.
After this all we have a skill, now we know we can chill. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Can you?
Yes, we can. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way. Yo, baby, namaste. मैं तुम हम सिनमिना में. In our school every day, we learn every way. In our school every day, we learn every way.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's just lovely to be here and to be a part of such a wonderful day and to see everybody in such a celebratory mood. Even though it's warm, there's such a wonderful turnout, and we're welcoming a brand new school, the Finland International School, here at the racecourse in Mumbai, which is amazing. That song was amazing. I wish it was a little windier so we could see the flag, but I love the uniforms and all the spirit that we can witness here today. And I wish the school, the faculty and the children all the very best. I was very fortunate to be a part of the inauguration, the launch of the Finland International School in Pune in 2021. So I'm so happy to see that it is expanding and growing as it deserves to. And I'm very excited for Mumbaikas and the children here especially, that they can experience this lovely new way of learning. I'm sure that some of you are familiar with my family and the fact that it's a very creative family, especially my parents. My mother was very much into films and drama, my father of course into sports, and they didn't have very academic, they didn't go to university actually, and I don't think that their schools could really contain their skills and their talents. I think perhaps if they were young today, they would have availed of the opportunities that educational institutions such as the Finland International School offers, and they didn't have that opportunity then. I'm so excited for the students that the world has changed and now occupations aren't so narrow, educational systems aren't so narrow, and it's not just about getting high grades, it's not about learning by rote, and it's not about any kind of standardization. And that's what the ethos of the Finland International School is, that each child is unique and they learn according to their own approaches, their own standards, their own levels, their own pace. And they have the faculty that is equipped to do that, to recognize each child's unique talents and to bring that to the fore. And that truly is what a good education is supposed to do. So I don't want to take up too much of your time because it's warm and there's a lot more fun things planned. So thank you very much for making me a part of today's celebration. And I do wish the school and the faculty and the students a lot of success. Thank you.